This guy says, Jesse, why are conservatives helping Gavin Newsom sharpen his game? Guys, what are you doing? He's not talking to me. I haven't done that, and I wouldn't. You probably know as much as I do what a disaster California is, so on and so forth. Please stop helping him. Look, I can't answer this question, why people on the right are continuing to sit down with Gavin Newsom to help him. That's what he's doing. He's going on all these right-wing podcasts so he can learn how to not sound like such a freak to normal people. Remember, Gavin Newsom he doesn't have any belief system. He was essentially created in a lab to push communism. Gavin Newsom is very aware that he has to walk the tightrope we have talked about so many times before. A very, 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 I'm so glad I'm not one of these people, some Democrat that has to do this. A difficult tightrope. Chris, grab that Gavin Newsom audio of him talking about the tranny kids on, I think it was Sean Ryan's show or something like that. Walking a tightrope. The tightrope is, how do I let the deranged demonic freaks of my base, how do I let them know that I'm their champion? I'm one of them, while at the same time not freaking out Normie Norm and making him think I'm a dirty California communist who believes all this filth. How do you do that? Well, he's going to have to walk that tightrope from now till the 2028 election. He will, this is a scary thought. Look, I'm worried. I am. Not saying he's going to win, but he worries me. He will get better and better and better the more he practices as he focus groups this stuff, as he pulls this stuff. He's going to get better at answering questions he knows are coming. That's part of the reason he's sitting down with people on the right so he can figure out, how do I walk this rope without losing my balance? I'm going to play this again. I played it for you before. I want you to do the best you can. You know what? We're going to do it twice. I think we'll do it twice because I want to do this with you. First, I need you to try to set aside you. And I need you to be a demonic cultural communist. Now, Gavin Newsom gets asked this question by a right-winger. Does his answer speak to you?
What about for your values? I mean, is 8 years old too young?
Yeah, I mean, look, I now that I have a 9-year-old, just became 9. Come on, man, I get it. So those are legit. You know, it's interesting. Just the issue of age. I haven't. It's interesting. As someone that's been so focused on equality, broadly LGBT rights, particularly gay marriage. Mm-hmm. The trans issue for me is also novel. It's over the last few years. I'm trying to understand as much as anyone else. Whole pronoun thing, trying to understand all of that.
If you're a mentally ill demon, part of the Democrat base, you may not love that answer. He wasn't loudly your advocate, but did he offend you? Does he sound like your enemy there? He doesn't, does he? I mean, you can. I wish he'd come out stronger for trannies. You may say that, but he doesn't sound like your enemy. Now, I need you to set you aside again, and I need you to become the normie in your life. You have one. Maybe you're related to them. Maybe it's a neighbor, whoever. The normie in your life. You know what they watch? Football. You know what they don't do? They don't really consume the news. They'll read a couple headlines. They know the gas prices are too high, but they don't really participate. I'm not interested in politics. They say stuff like that. You're Norm. You're about to watch football all day on Saturday and Sunday. You don't really know about Gavin Newsom. You know he's governor of California. He gets asked a question about tranny stuff and answers like this. Does he freak you out?
What about for your values? I mean, is 8 years old too young?
Yeah, I mean, look, I now that I have a 9-year-old, just became 9. Come on, man, I get it. So those are legit. You know, it's interesting. Just the issue of age. I haven't. It's interesting. As someone that's been so focused on equality, broadly LGBT rights, particularly gay marriage. The trans issue for me is also novel. It's over the last few years, I'm trying to understand as much as anyone else. Whole pronoun thing, trying to understand all of that.
If you're Norm, about to watch football for 8 hours on Sunday, and the tranny stuff weirds you out, and that, keep in mind, Gavin Newsom knows the tranny issue is a losing issue with the general public. The normies do not like it. He knows that. Doesn't that, if you weren't familiar with him, doesn't that kind of sound like an answer that would work for you? He's not up there doing land acknowledgments about the stolen land. He's not taking the stances we know he actually has. He's walking that tightrope. And you can say that answer was kind of stumbly and bumbly, but keep in mind this is a human being. Maybe you didn't know this. You know what he watches every night? It's not CNN, not MSNBC. He watches Fox News every single night. He is training himself to learn how to talk to Norm and Norma. And that guy is the freaking spawn of Satan. God forbid that guy ever become president. But he is sharpening his skills.